Hello. So this is a functional flow. We're going to do a bunch of work for the feet today. And the only thing that I have with me besides my notes are a couple of bath towels. You only need one. I just grabbed a couple because I couldn't tell which was going to be easier to see. Probably the white one. So you only need one, and it's just this size. It's the hand towel size. And we're not going to use that for this first part. However, we are going to use it later, and I'll show you how we're going to use it. If you want to hold it open and then fold it in half, and then fold it in half again, and then roll it up, I think. Yeah, just like this. Roll it up. Okay, and then I just pushed on it a little bit, and then I'm going to put it to the side. And P.S., if you need to re-roll it in some other way that you can think of, great. I'm sure there's more than one way to do it. Okay, so we're going to start seated. Just like this, or however you want to. If it's more comfortable for you to sit on a pillow or a chair, that's fine too. However it's more comfortable for you to sit, sometimes not being directly on the ground is a little bit more comfortable, so that's entirely up to you, okay? And we're gonna just give our feet a little bit more attention. I'll spare you guys the anatomy stuff that I just kind of relearned recently, and just go right into the work that is really nice work to do before you go for a walk or a run or anything that you do when you leave your house to go have a little exercise outside maybe or inside. So we're just going to start seated, and we're going to start with one foot at a time. So I'm just going to start with my left foot. And it's fairly comfortable for me to cross my left foot over on my right here. And then I'm going to kind of hold my ankle fairly still with my left hand and use my fingers on my right hand to do this little bit of work to start. So we're going to start with the big toe. And I'm going to call this like your pincher fingers, your pointer finger and your thumbs. You can kind of put your pointer finger in between your second toe and your big toe. And we're just going to gently move this toe in a little bit of a circle. And again, you're keeping your ankle fairly still. We're just isolating this big toe. Now, just a quick note about toes and feet and all this. I know some of you have had surgeries and things like that. So you will, of course, not do anything that isn't right for you to do. But we're just getting this big toe joint to wake up a little bit. I'm going in a circle in one direction, and I'm also going in the other direction. And I'll just do that however many times for about this long. And then we'll move to the second toe. And you don't necessarily have to hold on to it in the same way. Maybe just come behind it with your pointer fingers and come to the top with your thumb, and then just mobilize the knuckle. So the knuckle, you can feel it's not in the center of your toe, like come down into almost the ball of your foot where you can feel that little joint there, and move it around. Move it around. And then we'll move to the third toe. Yeah, so this like little workshop-y thing that I decided to do online through this Pilates site that I belong to. The guy that gave the workshop said something that I often say, but just slightly differently. I often say, you just shove your feet in shoes and move on with your life. We just forget them. And he said it in a different way, and it's really true. Like some of us, you can move on to your fourth toe. Some of us have to pay a little bit more attention to our feet because, stuff has gone awry, and then we have to get new kinds of shoes and all that kind of stuff. But, we just expect our feet to perform, to wake up and do all the things that we want them to do. So, I think it's such a nice habit to give your feet a little extra love. And now I'm going over to the pinky, last toe, warming up each knuckle, each joint there. And then I'm gonna take my hand and I'm gonna come to the side of my foot. So my fingers are around on the top and my palm is kind of around the bottom. I'm still stabilizing my ankle joint with my hand. It's gonna move, and I'm gonna bring my foot in and out. So I'm sort of pronating and supinating. And yeah, I'm gonna probably end up moving my hand around as I do this. I'm moving my feet in ways that they're meant to move in. Kind of pressing into my arch with my thumb a little bit. So just get this foot to warm up. Our foot actually behaves in almost like there's two separate parts of the feet. The one that connects to the inside and the one that connects to the outside. And when we stand into the feet, our feet sort of naturally flatten, some of us more than others. And that's supposed to happen because it helps us to balance, right? And then last, we'll make a circle. So you'll take your whole foot in your hand, hold onto the ankle a bit, and just make a nice big circle. And then we'll go the other way. Also a nice opportunity to take some nice deep breaths. Give your foot a thank you. Does so much. You do so much for me, you big Fred Flintstone. And then we can say thank you, go to the other side. For some of you, I think it could be hard to just get into a position where you can do this. And again, grab a chair if that's more comfortable. So here we are, side two. I'm gonna hold on to my ankle. I'm gonna take my little pincher situation for my big toe joint. So, and then go in the circle. I've got an old surgery here from when I was a kid, sort of similar to like a bunion surgery. But I still have a big toe joint here. So we're going in a circular motion. Go it each way. Good to notice how stuff feels along the way, if one side feels different from the other. And then you'll just keep making your way through the toes. And again, make sure you're going to that joint, to the knuckle, sort of. It's not this one in the center, it's the one that's almost in the ball of the foot. And try to make like a circular motion. It's a little awkward. And then we'll go to the third. Extra points for snaps, crackles, and pops, just in case you're keeping score. Go to the fourth. It's a lot of work for the hands too, isn't it? That's okay. And then we'll go to the pinky. Okay. And then I'm gonna continue to hold on to my ankle, take my foot in my hand and go pronate and supinate, in and out. And again, I'm not moving it in a way that it doesn't naturally move right now. I'm just using my hands instead of asking the foot to do its own work, just to warm up, mobilize the joint a little bit. And then I will make a circle all the way around. We've done this in the past, like with bands, using bands. It's different. It's a little bit more intense, I think, maybe. And through a circle here, going the other way. Okay, great. So now, whether you're sitting in a chair or on the mat like me, on the floor, you can just bend your knees and bring your feet nice and flat. So now, if you can, we're gonna put, and if you can't get to your feet with your fingers like this, then just don't use your fingers and try to do it. It's harder. Try to just do it without your fingers. I'm gonna put my pointer fingers on my big toes. You know what, let's do the left foot first. left foot first. My pointer finger or whatever is on my big toe. I'm going to lift all the rest of the toes and then put them back down. So big toe stays down. I'm forcing it to. Toes up, toes down, toes up, toes down, and up, and down, and again, and down. And now I'm going to keep my toes down and just lift the big toe up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. One more. And then the third one is keep your pinky toe and your big toe down. The three little guys, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift. And now the three little guys stay. Ooh, this is hard. Big toe, oh my gosh, can I do it? Big toe, there it goes. And the pinky, big toe, and the pinky, oh my gosh, this is so hard. I don't think I can lift my pinky. Not on this side. Big toe, down. Wow. I sort of practiced this. I feel like I was able to do this. Anyway, if you can lift your big toe and your pinky toe right now, you're the winner. Now we're going to try to do this with our hands. Ready? Just the big toe. Up, down, up, down, up. Now the rest of the toes. Up, down. That's not too hard. Up, down. Big toe stays down, whether it wants to or not. And now, oh my gosh, can I lift my three toes only? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. And then back down, three toes only. I can kind of do this one. Yep, three toes only, three toes only. Now, big toe, pinky toe. Wow, that pinky toe does not want to move. Big toe, pinky toe. I'm thinking about it though. Okay, gosh, I gotta stop. Other side, other side. Okay, so let's keep the big toe down. 4 toes up, 4 toes down, 4 toes up, 4 toes down, up, down, up, down, up, and now we switch. Big toe. Up, down. Ooh, this one's harder. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now, 3 down. Big toe, pinky toe lift. Yeah, this is nearly impossible for me. Big toe, pinky toe lift. Wow, I gotta work on this one, you guys. And then let's see if I can just lift the 3. Okay, see, I can do this. I can do this. Oh. Okay. Now, no hands. Big toe. Big toe. Big toe. Big toe. Big toe stays. 4 toes. Up and down. 4 toes. Up and down. 4 toes. Up and down. 4 toes now. Oh my gosh. How about just the 3 toes lift? I can do this one. Almost. Yeah, I just really did it that time. 3 toes. 3 toes. 3 toes. Can I lift the big toe and the pinky? The pinky does not want to participate. A little bit maybe. Oh my gosh, one more. Okay, now both feet, lift, spread your toes apart, bring them back together, put them down. Lift, spread them apart, bring them back together, put them down. Flex, spread them, bring them back together, put them down. A little faster. Up, spread, together, down, up, spread, together, down, up, spread, together, down. One more. Up, spread, together, down. Keep your toes spread apart. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my gosh. Okay. So now we're going to come up to stand. And we're gonna grab this little rolled up towel thing and keep it on dock. I actually wanted to do one more thing before we do that. Stand up nice and tall. And actually, if you can, stand on the, if you have a floor near you, stand on the floor. Okay? My rug is suddenly, oh, there we go, much harder to move because it's a new rug. Okay, here we go. Stand on the floor. Stand up nice and tall. Stand with your whole foot pressing into the ground. Shift your weight forward and then back. I want you to try and keep your feet down and shift forward. Keep breathing and back. For me, when I lean back, my toes want to lift up. I'm going to try and keep my toes connected to the ground as I lean back. 2 more like this. Forward and back. 1 more. And back. Come back to center. And now right. P.S. When you go right and left here, hips stay still. One foot will sickle as the other one. One foot will supinate as the other one pronate. So one kind of goes in as the other one goes to the side. So the shift isn't happening because you're doing that. Side to side. And toes can try and stay connected. And then we'll come back center and we'll do a circle. Heels around, through the toes, around the other way. Reverse your circle. Heels around. Okay, we take so much time to work all the other parts of the body. Let's do each circle one more time. And we don't take, at least I don't take too much time to pay any attention to my cute little Fred Flintstone feet. And just to be very clear, I have a size 11 foot. That's the truth. It used to be a 10, and then I had babies. Okay, we're coming back to the floor. Sorry, our little rolled up thing. We're coming off the floor onto the rug. And I'll just start with my left foot. And I'm just standing on this rolled up thing that we made. And I'm going to experiment with a little bit of balance here. I'm putting my weight right now into my left leg. Bring your left hand to your hip. I would love for you to be in hip extension here. So that basically just means that you're pushing your hip forward into your hand. P.S. I'm sort of feeling a lot of feelings into my left foot right now. I'm going to try practicing picking up my right foot and putting it back down a few times. And if you're a little wobbly here, number 1, great. Number 2, come closer to a wall if you need to. Experiment with your balance here. Continue to find hip flexion, pushing this hip forward. Yeah, you feel all those little muscles around in the, oh my gosh, in the foot and the ankle. Mine are doing a lot of work here. It's actually a little bit uncomfortable for my big toe joint right now. And a bit of a massage for my arch. Ooh! Okay, I'm gonna step off. P.S. Do you feel the muscles in your hip waking up? I do. And now I'm just gonna tighten up my little roll again and come to the other foot. Side 2. Let's see what happens. Stand tall. Bring your hand to your hip again. Press your hip forward. So you're in hip extension, and start to experiment with lifting, perhaps, your opposite foot. P.S. If you can't lift this foot, maybe you're just coming to the toes. So you have way less weight into your opposite leg. And again, if you're wobbly, I think that's kind of great. I mean, we're asking the ankle joint now and the foot to do what it does in life. It's what do I like to call it? Recovery. It's trying to sort of recover, bring you back to center. Standing nice and tall. You're breathing. Hip extension. Push that hip forward. This is right around here, I'm starting to feel some work into my right hip. My right hip is warming up now. The muscles around that hip are turning on. That's what doing these muscles for the foot can do. It can fire up the muscles in the legs. That's why it's so good to do stuff like this before you go for your walk. Okay, the last thing I want to do at this moment is I mentioned that you can grab a weight, a small-ish weight. I guess it really doesn't matter. 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. And I'm just going to bring it down. You can do this with a ball too. 2 things that it will do. I'm bringing it under my arch of my left foot. P.S. You could easily do this with a towel too. It's a little bit more intense with the weight. It's underneath the arch of my left foot. And this is just a big stretch. So I have my right foot slightly behind my left. I'm going to find hip extension again. And I'm going to push myself forward a little bit and then back down again. I'm pushing myself with my back foot forward, and then I'm coming back. Each time I come forward, for me, it's a calf stretch, but what it is even more, I think, is sort of a fascia stretch into the arch of the left foot. It's pretty intense. It's actually pretty uncomfortable. I'm just going to do one more here. It probably would be nice to do this by a chair or like a wall. So I don't necessarily want to feel so unstable right now, but it's fine. And then I'm going to come over to the other side. Ooh, this one's a lot tighter. I can already tell. Wow. Okay, so adjust if you need to. Maybe coming into hip extension if you can, pressing your right hip forward a little bit. Breathe. Also, I didn't say this on the other side, try and relax as you put more weight into your foot. Try and relax the foot a little bit. It's hard to do because for me, this is a very intense stretch for my foot, my ankle. This is my surgery foot. I had surgery when I was 12 on my big toe. And we'll do a few more. And then one more time. Okay. And then I'm going to step off the weight. Wowza. And I'm just going to get it out of the way. Okay. And now I'm going to come to what I would consider just hip distant-ish feet. Hip distant feet. And I'm going to bring my hands to my hips and come into like a little, I think, almost like chair pose, I think this is in yoga, right? It's almost like you're sitting back. We're not going to go into this too deeply. You can hands to prayer at your chest. You can hands to hips. You can arms by your sides, whatever you like here. Spread your toes, feet, knees, hips. Can you get your knees over your toes? And we're going to start to shift right, shift left. Shift right, shift, left. Belly is in. Use your whole foot here. Shift. Just feel your foot into the ground when you shift your weight. As long as this is going well, we're gonna add a little bit. When you come over to one side, abdominals are pulled in, the opposite leg, I'm not putting any weight into it, it's just gonna tap out and return. And then we'll shift. Tap out and return. Shift. Tap out and return. Shift. Kind of want to do this. Tap out and return. We're doing 5 now with this leg. Tap. 2, 3, 4, 5, and back to the center and over to the other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to the center and come all the way up. I'm going to, before we come down to the mat, take my towel and put it where my head and shoulders will be, just like that. And then I'm going to stand over here, kind of a little bit further away from it. I'm going to roll down, so arms to the ceiling. And then I'm going to roll forward. And just hang here for a moment. Exhale, exhale. Now I'm going to come down into a crouch. I know not all of you can do this, but try, and if it's not right, move on. I'm going to be in this little crouch here for a moment. And I'm going to keep my fingertips on the ground. And I'm going to lift and see if I can sort of balance here for a minute. It's a big old, it's continuing to be a big stretch through the calves here for me. And then I'm going to bring my hands back down, knees down, toes stay forward. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is the worst. Terrible. Very painful. Breathe. We're breathing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh my gosh. 5. Relax your shoulders and your forehead. Woo! Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Uncurl. My goodness. All right, so here's the towel. Now we're gonna lie down on the towel, and when you do, I would like extra. This is not enough. I would like probably an extra, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches above your head, and you're gonna take either corner. As you can see, I just grabbed it like this, as if I suddenly have like ears or something, cloth ears. We do a similar thing with the band under the head. This one's just a little different. So you're gonna grasp the corners of your towel and then scooch your feet in a little bit, move them as you need to. Let's just let the arms come down for a minute. And take some nice deep breaths here, keeping the neck nice and long. Just feel your feet into the, like my feet, my ankles, my calves, they're kind of tingling a little bit now. I don't know about yours. Okay, so I'm gonna just gently push my feet into the mat and breathe into my abdominals, prepare a little bit by drawing them in. And we're gonna start to curl forward. Exhale to curl up. Elbows are going to come up a little bit, and when you lift your elbows, pull your towel east and west a bit, and then exhale, curl forward. And then inhale, come down. Pull your towel east and west. Elbows are in your periphery vision. Exhale. And inhale. I'm gonna do 5 more. And 4. And down. And 3. Last 2, keep the breath flowing. And 1 more time. Good. Head down, arms down. Relax them for a minute. We're bringing the left leg up. We'll do both sides, so if you want to bring the opposite leg up, that's fine. I'm going to keep this is my right leg. I'm going to start right so I can turn towards the camera. Right leg is up, right elbow is going to stay down, and I'm going to curl up, pulling with my left elbow. And then back down. Like all the props we use, if for some reason this just like doesn't feel right or you just don't like it, you know what you can do. Just put it to the side. And maybe you have to adjust yourself a little bit on the towel, scooching back or forth, forward or back. Yeah, for this one I kind of scooched back a little bit and I like it a little bit better. Right leg up, right elbow down, side lift. And down. We're going to do 3 more here. And down. 2 more. And down. And 1 more time. And we're going to switch, of course. Right leg down. Left leg up. Left elbow stays down. And I'm curling over to the left. And back down. 5 more. And 4. And 3. And 2. Last one. All the way down. And then we'll put the leg down. Take a nice deep breath. Arms stay down, head stays down. Legs come up so the knees are over the belly button. Knees are over the belly button here. Kind of pulled in a little bit. Take a moment to engage through the abdominals. Coming back to this first movement, elbows come up a little bit. Draw the abdominals in. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, come down. 5 more here. And 4. And 3. And 2. Last one. Come all the way down and bring the arms all the way down by your sides, okay? Let us shift over to one side and you can take the towel out, all right? And we're just gonna kind of clumsily keep it in like long like this, but roll it up so it's just kind of thinner. You can hold on to each side like that, And I'm gonna bring first I really mean my left foot. Left is gonna come up first, all right? If you need if this is too short, please use one of your bands or something else that you think is obvious to use. I'm gonna bend the knee and pull backwards a little bit, and I'm gonna slowly straighten out the right leg. As I pull the leg in towards my ribs, I'm gonna also pull my leg central instead of out towards my armpit on the left. So I'm pulling center. And then I'm taking a nice deep breath here. And then I am going to come over slightly towards the left and then back towards the center. And then I'm going to slide the right leg back where it was and extend the left leg out as far as I can and flex at the ankle, gently pulling the leg back to calf stretch here. Big old calf stretch. Take a nice deep breath. With your exhale, bend your elbows and maybe curl forward to increase the stretch here. And do a little abdominal work. 3 more. And 2 more. And then 1 more time. Flex that foot. And then head down. Let's switch out the legs. Right leg up, left leg down. Bend at the knee, pull the leg in and pull that foot back a little bit. Slowly extend the left leg. Pull the leg kind of central. And then come out to the right. And come kind of central. And out to the right. 1 more. Hold there for a second. Bring the left leg back. Bring that right leg up. Flex the foot. Gently bring the leg back. Woo! Bend your elbows. Exhale, curl up if you'd like. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. 1 more. Inhale all the way down. Remove the leg. Just rest the towel on your waist for a minute, and then bring your arms out to the sides, like kind of wide out. Widen your feet a little bit so they're a bit wider than your own hips. And then just gently bring the knees right and left. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of twisting in our next exercise, a little bit of dynamic spine moving. And this is just a little easy. You don't have to push it here. Just let gravity do the work, really. Just to warm up the lumbar vertebra. And we'll go each way 3 more times. And 2. And 1 more time. Good. And then I'm just going to rock up to sit. And extend the legs. And we're going to use the band again. I'm sorry, not the band, the towel again. If your hamstrings are tight, you can sit with your knees bent. You're welcome to sit on a pillow or something else if that's helpful. Otherwise, straighten your legs. And I'm just going to use the towel here, right in between my own. I'll come to the side. Yeah, that's better. What I like about this is I'm pulling outward, but it's not like a band. It's not going anywhere. So it's kind of helping to keep the structure. And we're just going to roll forward through the spine. So sit up tall, knuckles forward, chin to the throat, roll forward and reach. And then roll back up and sit tall. We're going to do this 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale, roll through. Spine stretch forward, spine stretch forward. Scooping the belly to come back up, lifting, and again, flex your feet to increase that stretch, and come up. Last one. Reach. And come all the way up to sit. And let's just rest for a moment. Hi. Okay, so let's come back. Feet a little bit wider this time. We're going to bring the towel behind the head. Okay, come to a little bit of the side. Actually, I think this one could be good. Yeah. Okay, so I've got the towel behind my head, sitting up tall. I'm going to gently pull my head back and gently bring my elbows wide. And we're going to go side to side. The challenge for me, for most people, is When you go side to side, I'm going to the right, keep your left booty down, and then return. When you come over to the left, keep your right booty down. Booty down. And to the right again, keep that left hip down. And come back. I like this because it forces you to work the muscles through the back of the spine here. Let's do one more each way. It's a big hip flexor exercise here too. I wonder if you're feeling this in your hip flexors. Other side. And then back. Great. Legs come together. Again, you can use your band here if this is way too big of a stretch for you. So just grab a band. I probably should have said that in the beginning. And this is just one more deep stretch here. I'm going to point my foot, reach away, and then flex. When I flex, I'm going to bend my elbows and bring my forehead forward. And then I'm going to lift my chest and sit up as tall as I can. I can pretend like I'm going to arch my back here, but I'm probably just lengthening. And two more here. Round and lengthen. Continue to flex your feet here, actually. I think it's just a really nice stretch. One more each way. Round and lengthen. Good. And then we'll come back. Okay, so now we're going to take our band and come onto our side. Come on to your side. We'll do bent knees first. Bent knees first. We don't need the band just yet. I'm sorry, I keep calling this a band. We don't need the towel just yet. You can just leave it there. I'm gonna put my head on my arm, and then I'm gonna slide my top arm forward. As I do, my head comes towards the floor. And then as I slide back, my head comes on the floor on the other side. And then I'm gonna reach my arm back. I'm just gonna do this 3 more times. Letting my head come in front. And then behind. 2 more. You're breathing. And 1 more time. And back. Okay. And before we do the other side, we're going to take the towel and just kind of lay it out a little bit. And I'm going to put my forehead on my towel. And I'm just going to grip the edges again, just like we did when we were lying on our backs. I'm in cactus shape or goalpost. And I'm just going to gently pull the edges east and west, just to give my shoulders and my arms a little bit more structure. And I'm going to keep my head down. Take a breath. Okay, so now pushing the arms down, lift the head and the chest and look forward. And then come on back down. And lift. And lower. Lift and lower. 1 more. Lift and lower. And then I'm going to roll my towel up clumsily and just hold it out in front of where I am. If this isn't right for you, just leave it out. I'm going to gently lift my head and my chest just a little bit. Reach outward with the towel and keep my arms down. And I'm going to lengthen through my legs and start to lift them up and lower them down. And lift them up. Arms stay down. And lower them down. 2 more. Lift and down. 1 more time. Lift and down. Now I'm going to try the arms. Lift and down. Lift and down. 1 more. Lift. It's hard. And down. I'm going to put my head down for a moment. Take a breath. And now I'm going to try lifting the legs once and then the upper body once. So head will stay down, legs, lift, down, head and arms, left, down, legs, left, down, head and arms, left, one more, lift, and down, and arms, whoo, and down. Good. Just a quick child's pose here if that sounds like a nice idea to you. It does to me. Okay. Come on back out. We're going to try something here. Okay, so I'm going to hold on to my band. Good. Good Lord. My towel. And I'm going to roll back onto my side. Can we do it? Okay, so just getting here is a little bit of work. Just being here is a little bit of work. I'm going to practice pushing my bottom leg down, lifting my top leg, and then maybe bringing my head in between my arms, and then lowering the leg and my head. Head up, leg up. Where you could end up going when you lift is a bit of a side lift completely, so your bottom arm starts to come off the ground. I feel like this is a little advanced. It feels okay to me today. The towel is helping me. 2 more. Last one. And then come all the way down. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of work. Okay, let's flip over and come on to the other side. We're gonna do side body work. We're not going to come down and do the belly work again. We'll go right into that side lift thingy again. So come on to your other arm with your knees bent. And once you get yourself situated, head down in front of the bottom arm. And as you open your chest towards the ceiling, your head goes on the other side of your arm. And reach. And reach. 2 more. 2. And 2. And 1. And 1. And get your towel. Straighten your legs. Oh my gosh, this side's gonna be really weird. Okay, let's see if I can get it. Okay. Shoulders down-ish, neck long. Top leg starts to lift. Bottom leg is gently pushing down, by the way. You can practice lifting your bottom leg. And then you can add the head. Add the head. I have lots of energy in through this top arm. It's doing a lot of work. And now I'm going to try lifting that bottom arm a little bit. Woo! Let's do 4 more. And 3. And 2. Last one here. Come all the way down. Toss the towel to the side. I'm coming onto my hands and knees here. No towel needed. Spread the fingers apart. Push down through your finger pads a little bit. Lift your chest. Lengthen your spine. Round. And arch. And round. And arch. One more each way. And arch. And now return. Shift your weight slightly forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Two more like this. One more. And then just to come back to the feet, curl your toes forward. When you shift your weight back, sit back into the feet a little bit and come forward. Sit back into the toes and come forward. One more. Lean back, big old toe stretch again. Okay, I'm going to come up into a down dog. You can join me if you'd like. Inhale. Soften your knees a whole bunch if you need to. Check out your feet. Bend one knee as you reach the opposite heel down. And then switch. And switch. Really roll through the foot. 3 and 3. P.S. You can do this from a chair. You can come up and put your hands on a chair. Your forearms on a chair. That's always a nice sub for a floor down dog. And I'm going to walk my hands back towards my feet. Get my weight into my whole foot, both of them, head down. And then a slow roll up. All the way up. Push through the feet. Stand tall into them. Relax your shoulders. Try to stand into your feet, shifting forward a little bit, shifting back. Can you find the center where you don't have to work to be there? You don't have to engage your tush. You're just putting your weight into your feet. Nothing is working because you're maintaining that position, okay? Just be there for a minute, a couple of breaths really, and then take a breath into your midsection. One more. I was just able to take a really deep breath. That was interesting. We did it, you guys. Feet. Good luck today with your feet. Treat them with respect. Have a great day.